Ladies and gentlemen, it's about time we do this video. The new Cold War Zombies map, Mauer der Toten, has been out now for like 2 weeks. And in those 2 weeks, I have definitely played this map thoroughly multiple times to where I finally find it right at this very moment in time to conduct my official Mauer der Toten review. I said I was going to upload this video last week, but that was a lie. So consider yourself lucky that you are even seeing this video at all, because I could just not upload it. But anyways, I don't want to take up too much of your time, and I want to try to make this video as short as possible. So without any further ado, let's get started. So, up until the release of Mauer der Toten, we had pretty much known about it for, I would say, about 6 or 7 months. So, back in February, everything feels like it's going to plan. We're in the DLC season, we get Firebase C, and then of course we get Outbreak. So everyone is just having a grand old time with these 2 new zombies experiences, and then all of a sudden, Treyarch just goes silent. And for the next 4 months, we pretty much get absolutely nothing. Now, technically, I guess you can say the Outbreak Easter eggs came out within that 4-month period, but come on, guys, let's be honest, the Outbreak Easter eggs are the most unappealing Easter eggs in zombies history. They satisfy nobody. But eventually those 4 months passed and the ice finally began to thaw, and we started getting all the usual buzz, you know, with the leaks, the teasers, studio broadcasts, trailers, and all that shit for the new map. So finally, after months of waiting and turmoil within the zombies community, the wait was over and we got Mauer der Toten. Now, we can't skip ahead in this review and not talk about anything else until we talk about the atmosphere of this map, because it is the very first thing you are introduced to when spawning in. I don't know if it was just me or if it was you too, but as soon as you spawn into this map, you immediately feel like this map has its own identity. You start on a cold, rainy night in Berlin on this large, partially demolished rooftop that doesn't really have too much to offer in the beginning except for the wonderful views of the surrounding city, and of course the beautiful skybox with the moon beaming through the clouds. I don't know, man, the atmosphere and just the, you know, overall architectural design of this map just draws me in. Imagine taking Gorod Krovi and converting its setting to nighttime, and you pretty much get Mauer der Toten, just, you know, minus the fucking dragons. And at least for me, I think Mauer der Toten actually has Gorod Krovi beat with how they mesh destruction with their vibrant colors, especially once you actually get the power on. So yeah, I love the atmosphere of the new map, and I know there are a lot of people out there in the community that don't really like nighttime maps as much, but you gotta imagine, just think of this map being during the daytime. Like, it would just be so fucking boring. So I'm glad they made the map the way they did. So like I said, the atmosphere is great, but there's also something that pairs very nicely and feels just as equal as the atmosphere does, and that is the map design. Now, when I first played Mauer der Toten, I was definitely overwhelmed with how much ground you actually have to cover to get the map up and running. But over time, like every other zombies map in history, you eventually learn the layout and it becomes, you know, simple to recreate. And for Mauer der Toten, that statement holds true because Mauer der Toten's map layout is super simple. For Mauer der Toten, you have a 3-part layout. First, you have the spawn side, then you have the pack-a-punch side, and of course, last, you have the underground section. The map starts off like Die Maschine, you know, either you buy this door or you buy the other one. They both eventually lead you, you know, to the same place, so it's pretty simple and easy. One thing that I love about the beginning of this map is the spawn room. It is so big and open like Die Maschine and Firebase Z, and it feels friendly and accessible to any type of zombies player, and I just love that about the Cold War zombie spawn rooms. Another thing that I absolutely love about this map is the underground section. Dude, walking up to the subway tracks for the first time, hearing the screams of the passengers and seeing the zombies jump out of the train cars just gives me creepy Verrückt vibes, man, and I fucking love it. Now, the one thing I will say though about the underground section, is that if you are a new player, it is a little bit easy to get lost down there if you don't know what you're doing, but I mean, otherwise it is a really cool area. The Pack-a-Punch area is nothing really that special. I mean, all it does is it just acts as the hub for every one of your needs. Of course, you have the Pack-a-Punch machine, the Trials machine, Wonder Fizz, ammo, crafting bench, and armor stand. Oh, and don't forget the gunner towers that I've seen absolutely nobody use. Like, who the fuck buys these things? I'm sorry. Also, near the Pack-a-Punch machine, there is actually a door that you can buy that connects the spawn and Pack-a-Punch areas together, which is huge. Now, I will admit, the first time I ever played Mauer Toten, I was playing with 3 of my buddies, and we played for a solid 40 rounds, and we never bought this door because we didn't even know it was there. Like, bro, we're so bad. Last but not least, probably the most important implementation into this map's design is the verticality. The zip lines and rappels are such a good addition into this map, and it just gives the right amount of verticality. Not too little, not too much, it's just right there in the middle, and I sound like a fucking kindergarten teacher reading Goldilocks to fucking children. What the fuck? But yeah, finally a map with vertical movement that we don't have to wait 10 years for. The die-rise elevators, man, dude, they just had so much potential, and we got the absolute shit end of the stick. Like, they could have been so much better, man. Our final section for today's video, everyone, is going to be about everything else the map has to offer. So I guess we can go ahead and kick this one off and talk about the Wonder Weapon. The CBRS, or Cerberus, without question, is the best Wonder Weapon in the game right now. It's so good, in fact, at the moment that I'm afraid Treyarch is probably going to nerf it into the ground like they've done to every other fucking Wonder Weapon in the game. But until that patch comes, this thing is a beast. The Cerberus first starts in a base form, and once you start killing zombies with it, you can actually pick up mod kits to transform it into something else. There are 4 total mod kits for the CBRS, but I'm not going to go into detail on how each of them work because honestly, they're just not that good. I will give points to Treyarch though for trying something new for, you know, upgrading a Wonder Weapon, but the Wonder Weapon upgrades are just very lackluster and they just get beat out by the base variant. So yeah, I really love the Wonder Weapon for Mauer Toten. So next up on our list here in our final section, we have our boy Klaus. I love this guy, man. Gosh, I mean, Klaus is just such a fun addition to Mauer Toten, and the map just wouldn't feel right without him. This guy does pretty much everything you could ever imagine. I mean, he kills zombies for you, he revives you, he even saves Raptor 1 for you. Like, this guy is an absolute legend. Even though I love this guy, there are instances where he can be one stingy little bitch, but you gotta be honest, man, he carries this map on his shoulders, and you can't deny it. Alright, next up, boss zombies. There are, get this, a grand total of 8 boss zombies in this map. Like, what is this shit? Outbreak? Luckily, half of those 8 bosses are tied to the main Easter egg, so if you are a casual player, you're only going to encounter the main ones being Tormentors, Disciples, Manglers, and Panzers. And unlike Firebase Z, the boss zombies in Mauer Toten actually feel balanced, so it's not like you're, you know, running around every single round with 20 fucking mimics chasing you. So, thanks for that, Treyarch. Before we start talking about the Easter eggs on this map, another really cool thing that they added was dynamic wall buys. What these things do is basically every 5 rounds, a wall buy has a slight chance to upgrade in rarity. So eventually, if you play through enough rounds, all wall buys in the map should be legendary rarity, which is pretty awesome. This is a feature that probably should have been in the game at launch, but as we all know, it has been a crazy development cycle for Treyarch, and at least they got this feature into the game at all, so that's great. So now that that's been said, let's talk about Easter eggs. The main quest for this map is actually pretty deep. decent, and it's actually my favorite one in Cold War so far. I love that one of the first steps in this Easter egg is opening up a room behind a wall that otherwise you wouldn't have even known it was there. And what makes this step even better is that you have to have Klaus come break it down for you, which is just awesome. So yeah, you know, the Easter egg steps are actually kind of fun on this map. There isn't really a step that's too tedious, like with the Mimic step in Firebase C or building the Reiki in Firebase C. And the boss fight is like the first genuinely original and good boss fight that we've had since, I would say, Ancient Evil in Black Ops 4. So yeah, like I was saying, I really do enjoy the Easter egg, but the same question always comes up when there is a new map, and that is, what about the story? I see a lot of people in the community complain that the Dark Ether storyline is just bland and boring. Now, I can agree with you in a way, but you have to understand that this is a completely new storyline and it takes time to develop, and people really think it should just, you know, automatically be the greatest storyline ever. I know it's such a hard concept to grasp, but guys, we just have to be patient, alright? So yeah, I mean, we've pretty much gone over everything good and everything I like about the map, so now it's a matter of what is bad about the map. One thing that this map definitely lacks in is side Easter eggs. There's just really not that many, and the few that we have aren't really something I find people wanting to do every game. And finally, the thing that mostly hurts this map is actually the game itself. Cold War has been declining in popularity for a while now, and it's clear to see. And I would say a good half of the people who were there playing zombies when the game first came out have now moved on to different things because of how long we had to wait for a new map. But if we're thinking positively, overall, Treyarch delivered a solid zombies experience, and most everyone that I know who has played the new map has really good things to say about it. So with all that being said, guys, it is now ranking time. As you can see, we have our Cold War Zombies tier list on your screen right now. In my tier list, I have Die Maschine and Firebase C in B tier and Outbreak in C tier. So now the big question lies with us. Where do we put Mauer Toten? Well, personally, I think it is the best map in Cold War Zombies by far, and I was thinking of putting it just above Die Maschine at the top of B tier, but the thing is that it's just way better than Die Maschine. It has so much more to offer than Firebase C and Die Maschine, and because of that, it has to go in A tier. So yeah, guys, that is my Mauer der Toten review, so I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I think Mauer der Toten is a great map, and I'm definitely going to be coming back to play this one for a while. So yeah, I mean, let me know your thoughts about Mauer der Toten in the comments section below. Maybe you'll have the same, maybe you'll have something a little bit different, maybe you don't like it as much as me. Just let me know. But yeah, I mean, anyways, without making this video any longer, I want to say thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.